Hello there, very good evening everyone. Am I visible and audible to everyone here? Please type a quick yes in the chat box if I'm visible and audible to everyone. Yes in the chat box. Is my voice clear? All good? All clear? Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Thank you very much for confirming. Good evening everyone. So, how is everyone here doing? Would love to know that first. How are you guys doing? So before you answer, I've got something to tell you. Okay. So it is a universal law that whatever you give, you receive. Okay. So now you decide your responses. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? Do let me know in the chat box. Fantastic, awesome, great. What else? Wonderful, amazing, great, good, blessed. We all of us are. Yes. Awesome, wonderful, doing good, great, lovely. Okay, all right. So now I would like to know. I would like to know where are you guys from? Okay, so if you are from the western side of India, the west side of India, let me know in the chat box if you're from the west side of India. The west, west. Okay, Mumbai. All right, where in the west? All right, Pune, Mumbai. Okay, all right. So I welcome everyone from the west side of India to the Gut Reset Workshop. Type welcome in the chat box, guys, and let's welcome everybody from the west side of India. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. All right. Now let's go to the east. How many of you are from the east of India, the eastern side of India? East. All right, from east. I welcome each and every one of you to the Gut Reset Workshop from the eastern side of India. All right. How many are from the north? How many from the north side of India? The northern side of India. North Delhi. Okay. North, north. All right. Dehradun. Okay. Wonderful. I welcome each and every one of you who are from the northern side of India. Central India. How many from the central side of India? MP, Chhattisgarh. Right. MP, Raipur. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much and welcome each and every one of you from the central side of India. And how many are from the south? South. Oh, I'm going to get a lot of responses, I'm sure. Okay. All right. All right. Everybody from the southern side of India, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Gut Reset Workshop. Thank you for letting me know where you guys are from. I'll tell you all about me during the session today. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let me just bring the presentation on. And we're going to start off with a food for thought. For our entire workshop, this is going to be the base of it. Okay. This is going to be the base of whatever we discussed today. If it'd be great if you guys can turn on your cameras. Would that be possible? Turn on your cameras, guys. I want all of you to turn on your cameras. Right? Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Awesome. Wonderful. We get to see each other also, right? All right. So just take a look at the quote on the screen. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. Said by Thomas Alva Edison. How many of you want to be a part of this future where the doctor is more interested rather than prescribing? Yes, in the chat box, if you want to be a part of this future, where the doctor, instead of prescribing medicines, is interested in taking care of you, in letting know how to have your diet, because food is medicine, and in the cause and prevention of disease. This was said by Thomas Alva Edison, who invented the light bulb, which was much beyond his time, right? Which was before anybody could come up with a concept like light bulb, he came with it, right? And I'm sure that this is going to be the future because he has seen it. Okay. And with this beautiful thought, I would like to welcome each and every one of you to the launch day where we are going to get your fundamentals right. Your fundamentals need to be very strong. Would I be right if I say that your fundamentals need to be really strong? Yes, in the chat box if you feel so. That your fundamentals need to be really strong to build an amazing, a skyscraper if you want to. Okay? So this is the day that you're going to build your fundamentals, right? All right. Now, this is the day that you get your fundamentals right. Okay. Now, this is a quick few classroom policies that we have. Is it okay if we have a few classroom policies because we are on an online platform, right? And we need to have certain rules that we follow so that it is comfortable for everyone, right? It's a uniform experience for everyone, for each and every one of you present here. Yes? All right. Okay. So this is going to be it. Okay. Q&A is going to be tomorrow onwards. Okay. I'll be spending some time in the Q&A which are relevant to this workshop. Okay. Q&A is tomorrow onwards. Have you all printed your workbook? Yes, in the chat box if you have printed your workbook. Yes, in the chat box if you have printed your workbook. Awesome. Wonderful. That's really great to see. Super. Super. If you haven't, okay, if you haven't, please print it for tomorrow. Today you'll not be writing a lot, but tomorrow onwards you'll have to write quite a lot, right? So make sure that you print the workbook for tomorrow. And some of you might say that, why do we waste paper and all that? But have a physical workbook. It will make sure that you have this for the rest of your life, which will be very, very important for you. So please print the print the workbook. I'm sure that I might be sounding like your high school teacher, but please do it. Right? All right. Now, if you have any concerns regarding your health, please post that. If you have something specific to your health, please post that on this particular number on WhatsApp. Okay. My team will reach back to you. Okay. And since this is not a consultation session we have, that is why I'm asking you to post your queries on WhatsApp on that particular number. And no spamming, please. Please do not spam the groups. We are, right? It is all about having a uniform experience. We are here to grow. We are here to experience and grow. We are not here to criticize. We are here to experience and grow ourselves. And the focus of the entire workshop is going to be on your health. Right? The focus of the entire workshop is going to be on your health. Now, do we all agree to this? Do we all agree to these classroom policies? Is everybody okay with that? Right? Is everybody okay with that? Awesome. Wonderful. And one more thing before we start off, there might be a few things, as in you might feel that, it's not something specific to my condition. I'll tell you the reason for that. In the upcoming slides, during the session today, I will tell you the reason why we are not very specific. Right? I'll tell you all about that during the session. So what is health? What is health? Before I go into that, tell me how many diseases are there in the world? How many diseases are there in the world? How many diseases can you potentially have? Indefinite or infinite? It's infinite, right? Is it humanly possible to focus on all those diseases? Is it humanly possible? That is why even doctors have specialties, don't they? अभी जो दिमाग में हो रहा है वो हार्ट को पता नहीं है, जो हार्ट में हो रहा है वो lungs को पता नहीं है. That's how it happens, right? So there are infinite possibilities for diseases. Is it possible for us to concentrate on them? No. Is it easier to focus on a lot, or is it easy to focus on one? Which is easier, the many or the one? And that one thing, my friends, is health. Not one by one. Saalo lag jayenge, right? Focus on the one, and that is your health. Focus on the one thing, and that is your health. It is easier to focus on the one thing, that is your health. Okay? So our focus is completely going to be on our health. Where is our focus going to be, guys? Where is the focus going to be? In the chat box, on our health. I'll come to the gut, right? For now, we're going to focus only and only on our health. Our focus is going to be dead on our health. Awesome. Now let us define what is health. Now you tell me what is health. What is our health? What is health? For you, what is health? What is health according to you? So there is a big definition by WHO. Okay, absence of disease, health is balance. Yeah. So there is, all those are right. So there is a definition by WHO which says health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not the absence of disease. Health is a state of physical, mental, social well-being, and not the absence of disease. How many of you think that this is complete? Yes or no in the chat box. How many of you think that this is complete? If not, what is missing? What is missing? Peace is missing. Okay. Spiritual connection is missing. Okay. Spiritual health is missing. You know, about 4,000 years ago, 4,000 saal pehle, 4,000 years ago, there was a book that was written, which is called the Susruta Samhita. And in that, there is a beautiful definition of health, which is so, you know, it's so concise, yet so full, so complete. How many of you would like to listen to this? Listen to this in Sanskrit. Me in the chat box if you want to listen to it in Sanskrit. All right, I'll explain it as well. So it says, Samadosha, Samagnishcha, Samadhadu, Malakriya, Prasanna Atma Indriya Manaha, Swastaha Ityabhidhire. Now, what does this mean? Right? It might be gibberish to many. It was once to me as well. So it says Samadosha, which means all the functions in your body. Would I be right if I say that your body is a big, collection of lot of functions? There are tons and tons and tons of functions happening in your body. Yes, in the chat box, lots of functions happening in your body. And the first part of this definition means that they all function really well. They all function in an interdependent way. Am I right if I say that? That your lungs has to support your heart has to support the rest of your body, your brain has to support all of this, right? Your muscle has to support each and every other part of your body. So each and every function in your body happens well. They are interconnected and they complement each other. That's the first one. Okay. Now the second one is your digestive fire, Samagni. Samaha Agni means your digestive fire is just enough to make sure that you are digesting the food that you eat. The third one is Samadhatu, means each and every tissue in your body, like your muscles, like your joints, like your skin, are all in its most healthiest form in the right amount. Abhi zyada ho gaya, that's a problem, right? If you have a lot of fat tissue, that's a problem. If you have less of it, that is also a problem, right? So you should have the right amount. Malakriya means the excretion that happens. You poop, you piss, all that, right? All that happens in the right amount, neither more nor less. Malakriya. Now, this was said by all other sciences, well explained by all other sciences. This is where Ayurveda has a very different take on health. The rest of it is classic. Okay? It says health is also a state where there is prasannata. Prasannata means it's happiness. It's happiness of three very important things. Prasanna Atma. What is Atma? Atma is your soul, right? Would I be right if I say that we are the soul and that we have a body around us? Right? We are the soul, basically. We all are one. We just have different bodies. Right? So, Prasanna Atma. So, when is your soul happy? Have you ever experienced that when you play with children or when you are doing something really interesting, where you have your complete focus in that, you feel really happy after doing that? Yes, in the chat box, that you don't feel drained. The things that you're really, really, really passionate about, for at that moment, nothing matters to you. What happened in the past, what happens in the future is the least of your concerns, but you are totally here in the present moment, here in the now. That is when your soul is happy, when you're with your friends, all that, right? And if you ask me what is the best time that I love, is here, is when I'm with people, when I'm making a difference in their lives. That is what keeps me focused. Similarly, each and every one of you would have that. Your purpose, the one thing that keeps you motivated in life, that is what is keeping your soul happy. Follow it. That's very, very important to health. And second thing is Prasanna Indriya. Now, our senses, we have 5 senses and it's constantly everywhere. Would I be right if I say that you are looking for something new in your life when you found the gut reset workshop? Yes, in the chat box, if I'm right. Yes, in the chat box, that your senses were looking, abhi kya kare? Health thoda aur acha karna hai aur ye aa gaya samne. You wanted to search for something that makes your health right and you saw this in front of you. So constantly we are in the search for something new. We are constantly in the search for something we feel that we don't have. So when your senses stop searching for things that is new, that is when you're truly happy. And I really, really hope that this would be the last thing that you want for your health, right? This will be the last thing that you do to make sure that your health is right, right? I say this to each and every patient of mine. I really hope that I'm the last person that you go to, right? Similarly, I really hope that this is the program that sets you free. All right. Now that is Prasanna Indriya. And the last one is Prasanna Manaha. Your mind is that thing that constantly keeps judging. Ye sahi hai kya, wo sahi hai kya, ye karu kya, wo karu kya. Like, should I do this? Should I do that? Is he telling the right thing? Am I judging? All these, right? All these are the mind chattering. When the mind stops chattering, you truly find what is happiness. So health is only complete when you have all of this. So according to this definition, how many of you here think that we have a long way to go? I would say that I have a long way to go. All right. Okay. Thank you for confirming. So that is health. Now I would like to know a little bit more in detail about what you guys are going through. Okay. Unexplained tiredness. Unexplained tiredness. You feel that? Now, suddenly a wave of tiredness would hit you when you least expect it to happen. Doesn't that happen? Yes, it does. Stomach concerns. Many of you might be here for stomach concerns. All right. Sprains happen unexpectedly. Yeah. A lot of things that can happen to us. Okay, what about this? Feeling bad for no reason. Suddenly, for no reason, you start feeling bad and you're just not in the mood. Does that happen? Right? What about this one? Feeling like running away from all that is happening around you. You might have loving people who love you around you, but then, they're not able to understand you completely. They just can't understand what is going on with you. They love you, definitely, yes. Right? We are most of us are very happy to have great people around us, but we still feel like running away from all this. Most of the patients that came to me, I've been practicing for the last 11 years. And most of the patients that came to me had same problems. They were confused. मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है उनको पता नहीं. They don't know what's happening to them. They're perplexed, they're disoriented. And the most surprising part was their blood tests. If you take their blood test, right, which is the one that we go to understand what is going on in the body, if you take the blood test, most of them had no problems in them, but still they were feeling all this. How many of you are able to relate to this? That your blood test is never able to, justify the problems that you have. They're never able to understand, or they are not able to tell you what is happening to you. So what is actually happening to us? Most of them didn't have any lifestyle disorders, at least on the blood tests. They didn't have that. The thing is, where our focus goes, our life follows. Now tell me in the chat box, what was the reason why? I saw a lot of responses for the why of joining this workshop. Now tell me, why did you join this workshop? In 1 or 2 words, can you tell me why did you join this workshop? Why did you join this workshop? Khatri said, what is the problem that you faced? वो बताओ. Improve health, become fit. Okay. Knowledge. Okay. Enhance to lose my weight, bloating, health. Now see, we have lots and lots and lots of things here. Would I be right if I say that you spend a lot of time focusing on these? Yes, in the chat box. Be brutally honest. Okay. Be brutally honest with yourself. Okay. Be brutally honest. That you spend a lot of time thinking about this. You spend a lot of time focusing on this. Spend a lot of time focusing on this. Think about it before you answer. Right? Our thinking is mostly the root cause of all our problems. And where our focus is, our life follows. It's a universal truth. If somebody is constantly seeking money, definitely. If somebody is constantly seeking I don't know, power happens, right? Might be at a cost, but then still it happens, right? So wherever our focus is, our life follows. And today, I want you all to change your focus for once. I want all of you to change your focus forever. Are you all ready for it? First thing I want to know that, are you all ready for it? Are you ready to change your focus? Because if we constantly focus on our problems is what we'll get. If you focus on finishing your debt, karza, you'll get more of that because that is what you're focusing on, right? Similarly, if you focus on your health, health is what you get. Health is what you get. So our focus, not try, Sunil. Say that you're committed to changing your focus. Say that you're committed to, we'll give you all the tools. We'll make sure that you have all the right atmospheres to change that focus. Now, one thing more I would like to ask of you here is, we are 424 people here other than me. I didn't check how many people are there in the WhatsApp group, right? But I'm sure that it's much more than this, right? It's much more than this. I would like to challenge you guys today. Are you ready for a challenge? Are you guys ready for a challenge? Yes, in the chat box if you're ready for a challenge. Because today is all going to be around making sure that your mindset is right, my friends. Right? Are you all ready for a challenge? That each and every one of you are going to be here on each and every day live. I'm sure that this is good. I want you to prove myself wrong. I want you to prove me wrong because I've seen that about 425 people, about 300 people would be there on day 3, 4, and 5. I would like to see how many of you would be there. This is a challenge that I would like to put across. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Yes. So let's see how many of you come down. Because remember, I can only deliver if you are there. I can only deliver if you are there, and only if you come down, right? I'll be there, no doubt, right? I'll be there, no doubt, but I want you to take this as a challenge and be here every single day. Awesome. Wonderful, guys. Really great to see that. So where our focus goes, our life follows. So I want you to open page number 2. Open page number 2 on your workbook and write down what your focus is. We just said what our focus is. Our focus is our health. So write in big block letters, HEALTH. Your focus is going to be your health. You're defining your focus. You know, suppose I'm from Kerala, okay? Suppose I'm traveling from Trivandrum and I want to travel to Delhi. Okay? I want to travel to Delhi. How many people from Delhi here? Delhi? Delhi se koi hai? I'm sure bahut log hai. Right. So when you're traveling, I want to travel to Delhi, and suppose when I'm starting from Trivandrum, I have a 3-degree or a 4-degree angle in my flight. I'm sure that I will reach Kolkata. Right? I'll not be able to reach you guys. I'll be able to reach some others who are here, who are in Kolkata. So it is very important what you focus on. Your trajectory has to be absolutely right. So your focus is your health. Okay? Now you might all be asking, अभी ये सब ठीक है, अभी मेरे साथ ये हो क्यों रहा है? Why is this happening to me? Why are these things happening to me? ज्ञान सब ठीक है, then let us know why this is happening, right? So this is why it is happening to you. There are not one, there are not two, there are not many, but there are just 5 reasons. Okay? And if you think about it, you will see that whatever problems you have, the reasons for it come from one or more of these 5. For most of us, all of these 5. So it can be improper food, the wrong usage of liquids, not so good digestion, improper breathing, and your environments not being so very healthy. So it can be correlated to the 5 elements. Our scientists of the past, our rishis, our munis, they had a way of simplifying things, right? And they could tell us, we are so lucky to have them, they could tell us that these are the 5 things that take us into the roots of our disease. So these are the 5 reasons or the 5 channels of entry. How many are there, my friends? How many reasons are there? How many reasons are there? 5. Can anybody think of anything else other than this? Let me know in the chat box. Can anybody think of anything else? Stress, your environment, your internal environment, Trikal. Soul, again your internal environment. Mind, again internal environment. Sleep, when your internal environment is not fine, you'll not be able to sleep. Exercise, similar. Right? Exercise, lack of exercise leads to less digestion automatically. Right? Genes, again, that has got to be the internal, right? Okay. So it's got a lot to do with your 5 elements. Okay. So open page number 3. Open page number 3. Karma is a big topic, Sri Lakshmi. Big topic. All right. Now, open page number 3. I want you to open to page number 3. And I want you to write these down. Okay. I want you to write these down. The reason number 1, right? Reason number 1 is your food. Anybody can say that. Right? Reason number 1 is your food. Oh, why is that reason number 1? Okay, let's say that you have a great plate of meal in front of you. Sab hai uske andar, everything you want. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, sab hai. Whatever you can think of. Right? Now, it doesn't suit your body type. Let us assume. I will tell you more about this on day 4 live. Let us say that it doesn't suit your body type. Will it be of any use having that food? Is there any use having that food which doesn't suit you? Yes or no? No, absolutely not. So it is not about what is there in your food. Right? It is not about what all varieties you have in your food. It's about whether those things are good for you. Does it suit your body type? That's the first reason. The first reason is food. Second one, liquids. How many of you love the strawberry milkshake? Just one example, okay? How many of you love the strawberry milkshake? Me in the chat box. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of takers for that. Right? Me. Milk. Okay? In Ayurveda, milk has been mentioned as Amrit. Right? And there is a condition for that, okay? And I've been very very fortunate to be raised on a farm. Okay, we here in Kerala from very long time we've been having lots of farms, and we have gai sab hai ghar pe. Most of the houses used to have. We have changed a lot now. So I was brought up on a farm, and every day in the morning, my grandmother, she's no more. She passed last month. and she would wake me up in the morning, right? Would wake me up in the morning, and she'll say, "Wait outside the where the houses, the shed is there, right?" And she would wash the udder of the cow, and she would take out that milk, that fresh milk that comes from the udder, and with that small heat that we have, she used to give me about 1 glass, right? And I used to have that every day morning, right from the udder, fresh. That is mentioned as Amrit. Now, what is the next best alternative? Is any A2 milk. We get milk which is homogenized, which is pasteurized. God knows what else. What else is added? But if you're able to get farm fresh milk, right, it's good. So there is nothing wrong with milk as such. Only thing is the processes that we have today is kind of damaging it. So milk is good. Strawberry, really good if you get the fresh ones. Okay, strawberry is really good. Now, if you mix milk and strawberry, it is a disastrous combination. So there are lots of such combinations that we take today. Another one example that I would like to tell you is honey and hot water. There are lots of combinations, okay, right? There are zillions of combinations that we take, which is wrong. So it is the wrong usage of such liquids. It is a wrong usage of such liquids that lands us in trouble many times. Third one is digestion. Now, let us say that you have a great plate of meal, which is perfect for your body type, but somehow on that day you have an upset stomach. Whatever is there in that plate, does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. So we should also have adequate digestion to make sure that it is utilized well. And the fourth reason is breathing. Breathing is one thing that we do throughout our life. Throughout our life, we breathe. It is such an important process. I will focus a little bit on that on day 3. Okay, breathing is such an important process that it takes care of a lot of things in our body. I'll tell you more about that on day 3. And reason number 4 is wrong breathing, the wrong breathing patterns that we follow. And the last, but not the least, is our environment. I'm not only talking about the external environment that we live in. I stay in Mumbai. What do I do? It's fully polluted. I stay in Delhi. Pollution mein kya karu? It is not only the external environment that we have, but it is also the internal. How peaceful are we? How loving are we? How caring are we? How ready to let go are we? How ready to be forgiving are we? How ready to show gratitude are we? It all is our internal environment as well. All these together, they contribute to our health. And if these are not right, if these reasons are there to become sick, you will be sick, because these are the areas that you need to set right. This workshop is going to be all about that. Okay. Now, how many of you are procrastinators here? I'm one big time. Okay. If anybody here is going to say no, we would love to have a workshop from you. Okay. Anybody who says no? Okay. Everybody is me. Okay. All right. I'm not talking about the procrastinator that, there you go, Gunjane Rana is a no. Okay. Okay. So now, okay, great if you're not, okay, great, good work. I'm not talking about the procrastinators that we are, but I'm talking about a procrastinator inside you. Okay, which is the organ that is responsible for the detox in the body. Which is the organ responsible for the detox in the body? Liver, right? Primarily liver. Then you have the kidney also. Primarily liver. So liver, let us say that there is a metabolic toxin coming in. Okay. Metabolic toxin coming in. And the liver has to deal with it. Okay. The liver gets to deal with it. And when the liver is trying to deal with it, let us say that the detox center in the liver is like a car wash. I'm sure that everybody has gone to a car wash, right? There'll be a lot of places to places to wash cars. Correct? Just give me a moment. Right. There will be a lot of places to wash cars. It is something like this that we have inside the liver. So let us say that there are 10 slots to wash cars and there are 50 cars coming into the car wash. What will happen? 10 slots to wash cars, 50 cars coming in. What will happen? What will happen outside the car wash? What do you think will happen? Right? There'll be an overload. There'll be a traffic jam outside. I'm sure. Right? Bechara liver, this is what is happening to it. Right? This is exactly what is happening there. And it has to become procrastinator because they go kaam pada hai. This is just like what you'll see in a government office. No offense, okay? If anybody is in government service and if you don't have any, files on your desk, I really am proud. We are really proud of you. But if there is, I'm sure that this is a scene that we see in most places. In our panchayat, I would see that. Yeah. So now, this is what it will look like outside the liver. The liver is left with very few options. One thing it can do is, it can digest it. Jitna possible hai, utna it will digest it. Make it into harmless substances. I'm talking about toxins, okay? I'm not talking about laddus and gulab jamuns. I'm talking about toxins, right? So the liver will take care of it. Second option, if there is something left after dealing with it, the liver, what it can do is, you are feeding me. You should have some shame that you're taking all this. You should have some shame. I'm not going to take of it. I'm not going to take care of it. I'm going to put it back into the system. You deal with it. This is another attitude that liver can have, but it doesn't have that. Okay. Bahut mehnati hai. Does a lot of work, right? What the liver does in this particular situation is that the liver takes these toxins, it covers it in a material, and it covers it in a material and stores it in different parts of your body, right? And that is fat. Okay, it covers it in fat and it stores it in different parts of your body because fat makes it inert. Inert means it doesn't react, right? So if you are planning to lose fat quickly, please also remember that when your fat reserves, they go down, you are pouring toxins into your system, right? When your fat reserves go down, you're pouring toxins into the system. And I'm not only talking about people who are like really stout. I'm also talking about people who might have a lot of fat around their major organs, like the liver itself, like the kidneys, like the heart. The liver also stores toxins around these. Now, high cholesterol. Yes, these are different shades of the same problem, right? These are nothing but small changes in your biochemistry. It's not a major thing. We all think that kuch bada locha ho raha hai. There is a big chemical locha happening inside us. No, it's not. These are very, very small things that happen in our biochemistry. We are a factory of chemical reactions, right? These are small, very small changes that happen. It is not a personality flaw. Let me ask you, how many of you here were kind of forced to believe that you not being productive, you not being mindful, you being careless are all personality problems? How many of you have been forced to believe that, right? The moment, dhyan nahi rakhne ka aata hai, you can't maintain your concentration, padho, have some concentration. We do it to our children as well, right? At times, right? So, many of us, if you have not, great, but many of us have been forced to believe that these are personality flaws that we have, right? These are personality flaws. No, it is not. These are small problems with your biochemistry. It is not inherited. My father is diabetic. My grandfather was diabetic. I was diabetic. I'll come up with the story for that also. Okay, I was, right? It's not inherited. And definitely each and every one of you has a beautiful future. We are not destined to be sick. We are definitely not destined to be sick. We have a big purpose to fulfill, each and every one of us. There's a beautiful story that only we can write, right? And we are not genetically destined to be sick. What should I do for that? I still have these problems. Now, what should I do? Target your biochemistry. Now, how do you target your biochemistry? use your 5 elements to target your biochemistry. This workshop is all about that. Is to learn how to target your biochemistry by using your 5 elements. Now, how many of you here have been to other workshops or gyms, diet plans, countless doctors before you came in for this workshop? Type me in the chat box. Right? We all have been. Right? Same year. Okay. I'm no different. Though I'm a doctor, I'm no different. Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you really well. All right. Now, the problem with us is that we look for short-term solutions, don't we? How many of you are, brutally honest with yourself and you're saying that, yes, at some point I have been, trying for short-term solutions? Me in the chat box, quick fixes we look for. We all want techniques. Even now, I know that. Right? We all want techniques. We all want tips. We all want tricks. Right? But before you go into any of that, there are 3 things that you need to remember before you go into any of that. So open page number 4. I want you to write this down. This has to be hardwired into your system. Okay? This has to be hardwired into your system. The first thing that you need to do is to empty your cup. What does that mean? What does that mean by emptying your cup? What does it mean by emptying your cup? Does it mean chai nahi pina? Okay. Unlearn. Yes, a clean ball. All right, unlearn. Now we are filled with so many things in our cluttered head that many a times we find it difficult to learn something new. We just don't have the space for it. We many a times don't have the space for it. So how many of you here are ready to let go of whatever you had on your health? Whenever there is somebody who you feel is talking sense, which I hope I have been, right? When you feel that there is somebody talking sense, you let go of whatever you learned and give your complete attention. Do I have your complete attention, or how much percentage of your attention do I have? Let me ask that way. How much percentage of your attention do I have? 90, 10 ko bhi leke aao. Right? Bring the rest 10 also. Right? If you can, loan 2 more ears, 2 more eyes, do that also. All right? Awesome. Wonderful. Great. So thank you so much for that, because it is your commitment, right? It is your commitment that will define your results. I can facilitate that, but it is your commitment that will define your results. All right? Wonderful. Thank you very much for that. Emptying your cup is the first thing. And I'm sure that all of you are empty cups now. Now, once you've emptied your cup, now you need to know what direction I need to go. But there is a problem with direction. Okay? Where to start? Suppose you're running a 100-meter. Okay, let me ask you this. You and your friend start off on a diet or start off on something that you do together, running, skipping, whatnot. Your friend gets great results. Same effort. Your friend gets awesome results. And you are like, "Arey, kaise mere sath ho hi nahi raha hai?" Matlab, they are getting good results and you are not able to. How many of you have experienced this? You go to the gym, you find people toning up day by day, and you're like, you're in the same place where you started off. Right? Happens. Why? Because our starting points are different, my friends. Where we start are different. It's totally different. You're running a 100-meter race. You start from point 0 and your friend is starting from point 50. Obviously, they will win. Right? There's a beautiful video on YouTube. You can watch that, where Usain Bolt and some other actor, fit guy, Usain Bolt starts from 0 and the guy starts from 50. The other guy wins, even if he is the fastest man on the planet. Right? So we should remember the starting. We should know the starting point. That is exactly why we have tools for you to understand where do you stand when it comes to your health right now. Tomorrow, we'll do an exercise. I'm sure that some of you will do it tonight itself. If you just scroll through your workbook, you'll see that. Don't do it now. Okay? Now, we'll do an exercise which will tell you what is the level of toxicity you have in your body. Tomorrow, we're going to do that. Okay? If you want to finish it tonight, great, do it. But tomorrow, definitely, we're going to do that. All right. Discover the real you, where you stand right now. And if there is one thing that is going to, relieve you from whatever you're going through, that is action. We'll give you actionable points tomorrow for each and every element: earth, water, fire, air, space. For each and every element, we'll give you a process. Now, let me ask you, have you become clear that the 5 elements are the root cause of all your problems? Yes, in the chat box if you feel so. Yes, in the chat box. If you've realized that the 5 elements are the root cause of all your problems. Yes. So we'll give you a process for each. We'll give you processes for each and every one. Once you start working on that, you will see the changes. If you do these 3, there is nobody on earth that can stop you from transforming. If this is what you aim at, if these steps are followed right, there is nothing that can stop you from transforming. Why? Transformation is just like riding a bicycle. Can you ever go off balance? No, you can't. When you go through these steps, it'll be just like riding a cycle. You can never unlearn cycling. Same with swimming. Health will become natural to you when you follow these steps. All right? But if you don't follow these, this is what has been happening to most of us. Okay, we'll be distracted. Ye acha hai, wo acha hai. It keeps popping up on our screens, doesn't it? Right? We'll be distracted. We'll be confused. We'll be greatly confused. Ye karu kya, wo karu kya, abhi isse milega kya, usse milega kya. Should I do this? Should I do that? Confused. Demotivated. There's no point doing it. I'm not going to get results. Right? This is a progression that happens. And the worst is wrongly influenced. We get constantly wrongly influenced. If we follow these steps, we can avoid these. And this was something that was happening to me as well a few years ago. Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Harish Ravi Warrior, and I come from a small, beautiful town called Thrissur in Kerala, which is known as the cultural capital of Kerala. And I was born into a family of Ayurvedic doctors, physicians. We had our own pharmacy long time ago, not anymore. So when I had to decide what to do with my life, I decided to take up Ayurveda once again, because there was nobody in my dad's generation who went into Ayurveda. So it was kind of mere upar sop diya kind of a situation, right? So I was entrusted with this legacy that the family was carrying. It was not a huge load because it was never there in my mind anyway, right? So then I went to college, and I've had the privilege of being with amazing teachers. I was a pretty okay student, and I've had great teachers. Each and everything that I do today is a dedication to them, right? They've been amazing. Now, as I was going through college, I also decided who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. So Lakshmi also came along, right? When I came out of college, she was also there with me, and we had huge plans, unbelievable plans of transforming the world with Ayurveda. But little did we know that the world outside is so competitive that you'll have to make ends meet, right? So then we actually decided to go into the corporate world, wherein we were setting up hospitals, clinics across India. And it was at that time in the city called Indore. Anybody here from Indore? I love the city, okay? Beautiful city, one of the, I would say hands down, one of the best cities in India, right? Indore? Anybody from Indore? Okay, great food, great people as well, right? All right. So it was in this city called Indore that I was running about 18 hours a day, almost doing 18 hours a day to set up hospitals and clinics. It was a new concept, so we had to really run. And how many of you are able to relate to this? That you spend about 18 hours a day, or say 14 hours a day, and when you come back home, you just don't have enough energy or the time, right? Energy or the time or anything to do anything else. And this was what was happening to me, because my daughter was quite young that time, was not able to, relate to me a lot. My parents would never hear from me. My friends didn't know that I existed. And it was almost as if life was very, very different for me then. It was not only physically, but mentally as well. My physical relationship was in a mess. I was not doing justice to my job that I was doing. My patients were finding a hard time to relate to me. I was not able to understand what they're going through. It was a big, big, big mess. And it was at this point, one day, I realized that I've become diabetic as well. I was not sleeping well. I had put on almost, I was 70 when I landed in Indore. I was 92 by the time I realized it was too late. Also, I was hypertensive. My BP was off the charts. I was having starting to develop a lot of character issues as well. So this was the point where Lakshmi, on one day morning, she brought me a cup of coffee, woke me up from the bed, and she gives me that cup of coffee and she says, how many of you believe that women have intuitions? Huh? They know when something is going to come, right? If somebody could have predicted the, tsunami, I'm sure that it's a lady, right? So she says to me, Harish, she calls me Hari otherwise, okay? This is Harish. So I know that this is something serious. So she says, Harish, I think that is me and our daughter, I think we're going to lose you in the next 5 years. And it was like a big blow on my face, because this is a person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. And she's telling me that she's going to lose me. It's not an easy thing to hear. And at that point, it's just like in those movies when there is a big suspense that is, opened up, and you're like, and this was exactly the situation that I had. Everything started becoming very clear for me what was missing in my life. It was a moment of realization for me that I need to do something really, really, really distinct. And that was the point I realized that I was utterly unhealthy. There was nothing left much, and I needed to do something really serious for it. So the first thing that I did was quit my job, because I was not doing justice to the people who were coming to me. And I quit my job. And I took up a journey into the Himalayas to learn yoga. And I had great teachers there. Each and every moment, it's a big gratitude to them, because when I came back, I spent a month there. When I came back, things started looking very different for me, because the same science called Ayurveda was looking at me in a very, very different light. I've been practicing Ayurveda all my life, but it started looking at me in a very, very different light. And the change that happened was something that even I couldn't believe. It was not only the physical change that you see, but the mental clarity that you get when your gut goes through a transformation is something even you would find it difficult to believe, because that is the system that kept me going. If there is one change that I would have brought, it is in my gut. My 5 elements, all the 5 elements started to transform when I focused on the things that mattered. And the role of a mentor in this process is very, very important. Somebody who knows what to do, where to do, how to do is very, very important. And my teachers are the ones that brought me here. And I thank them each and every moment in my life for all that they've given me. This is a dedication to them. And each and every one of you, When you find the right mentor, you will see that your life will transform. And the mentor is just like this. You are a closed lock, but when the mentor arrives, you'll open up effortlessly. It is not that they'll have answers to all your questions, but they will be able to give you the process to find the answers for all the questions that you have. It's not about answers, my friends. It's about having that process. It is not about getting a fish every day. It is about learning how to fish. Right? And our vision through what we do is to create 1 billion, the one with a B, okay, 1 billion health nomads. Health nomads are people who are able to make independent health decisions. How many of you here want to be a health nomad who is able to take independent decision for yourself, where you are able to decide what to do when it comes to health? And you're not dependent on a system, on a different system to take care of your health. And our mission is to make people the better versions of themselves by making them happier, by making them sharper, by making them quicker, and a lot more healthier too. And this has to happen effortlessly. You put in a lot of effort, it's no fun. Without forcing yourself to do things, without giving up on a single thing that you love. We might ask you to tune that a little bit, but not giving up on a single thing that you love, and zero willpower required. If you depend on your willpower, it's a lost game, because subah theek rahega, sham ko ekdam bakwas rahega, right? Your willpower is like that. Morning, it's all fine. Evening, it's all gone, right? Effortlessly, without forcing yourself, without giving up on the things that you love, and zero willpower required. And this is how we're going to do this over the next few days. Today is the launch day. Day 2 is the talks day. So during the session, during the talks day session, you will do a talks quiz, and you'll also get to know what are the processes that you follow for each and every element that you have in your body. A GQ day, wherein you'll know what is the science behind what is happening in your body. On day 4, you will decide what is the diet that suits you best, and what is the reason behind it, what is your prakriti, and how you'll be able to tune yourself according to your prakriti. And day 5 is going to be the hack day, wherein we'll spill all the beans to let you know exactly what we did, right? And these two, day 4 and day 5, are live only. Okay. So I want your commitment. Type commit in the chat box. If you commit to being here each and every single day live, type commit in the chat box. This is not you're not committing to me, you're committing to yourself, because you are dedicating your time. Yes, you're definitely invested your money. Make it worth each and every second of it, right? Money can be made, but time cannot, right? What is lost in time is lost. So make sure that you make the most of it. Now, there'll be a link in the description, which will give you access to all the recordings and anything that, anything that is additional will be there. All right. Also, there's a morning meditation that we'll do. There'll be a link that will be given tonight. There'll be a link that will be given tonight, and you can follow that tomorrow morning. Ready? This is to transform your environment. Anytime you like, it's a recording, right? It is a recording that you do, right? You can click on that, and that is something that you have lifetime access to. Just click on the recording and it will play. You can meditate with that. For anybody who wants to really develop on meditation, this is a great place to start. Okay. Now, if you come in live every day, you get a bonus. It's not just that, you're coming here for the session, but you have a bonus for attending these sessions live each and every day. We'll give you a special bonus each and every day. And there's a game that you'll play. It's just not learning. It has to be fun as well, right? There should be some prizes that you can win. So there'll be game every single day. The rules for the game, everything will come in the WhatsApp group. So the person who wins first is going to get this workshop for free. Okay. Second is worth $299 and the third is worth $199. So tomorrow you have a task. Every day you'll have a task, and the task for tomorrow is to prepare a detox tea. The recipe of which will come in the WhatsApp group. So don't ask me, where is the recipe? It'll come in the WhatsApp group. Okay. And you post this every single day at 7 a.m. in the morning. How many of you commit to doing this? Every single day. You, the cup in the WhatsApp group. You and the cup in the WhatsApp group. All right. Wonderful. Super. And also you have a focus page, right? You have to click that and you're going to post it at 2 p.m. This is to make sure that you remember that you're going to focus on your health. One. Second thing, when your friends in the group see that everybody's focusing on health, automatically they will also want to focus on health. Right? It is not only for you, but it is for everybody else. You're helping others also focus. When you constantly put this again and again and again, your focus will absolutely be on your health. So again, this is the rules. I'm just putting it once again so that none of us overlook these Q&As tomorrow onwards. Please print the workbook. If you have any questions, you can either send it to WhatsApp on 910-910-9160, or you can go on Instagram and search for H Warrior, which will take you directly to my Instagram handle. You post it there. I'll make sure me or my team will answer it. No spamming, please. Right? And also follow the workshop rules. We are here to experience and grow, and our focus is on your, once again in the chat box, our focus is absolutely on our health. Wonderful, right? So I wish you all the very best with the workshop, and I'm sure that we're going to have amazing 5 days. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. I wish you a very good night. Take care. Bye-bye. Gaurav Bansal, you have done your TTC from Netala. Wow, good to know that. I'm also from there. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a very good night. Love you all. Bye-bye.